Americans at World Health Organization transmitted real-time information about coronavirus to Trump administration.
Here's a summary of the article.
The Washington Post reported Sunday that about a dozen Americans working at the World Health Organization provided real-time information about the emerging coronavirus to the White House, seeming to undercut President Trump's accusations that the WHO failed to communicate the extent of the disease's threat. Key facts: U.S. physicians, researchers and public health experts, many connected to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, were working at WHO's Geneva headquarters as part of a years-long rotation, the Post reported, and they provided information about the coronavirus to the White House as it emerged late last year. Trump earlier blamed WHO for delays in response to the virus as well as a lack of transparency, but an April 11 New York Times report said warnings issued to the administration by different parts of the federal government in January and February were ignored. 3 days after the Times report, Trump announced a hold on $500 million in funding from the U.S. to the WHO, a move that Democrats say is illegal. China on Friday revised its death toll by 50% in Wuhan, where the virus was first detected, and Trump has accused the WHO of having pushed China's misinformation about the virus. As U.S. cases of COVID-19 soar past 730,000 and the White House is criticized for being slow to respond and ramp up testing, Trump has accused state governors, the news media and former President Barack Obama along with the WHO for being responsible for the growing number of infections. Despite the Times report that says the White House ignored warnings about the virus in January and February, an Associated Press investigation found last week that China waited 6 days before warning its citizens of a likely coronavirus outbreak, which could support claims from critics like Trump.
This post received a score of 28,000, with an upvote ratio of 89%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
This is the best TLDR I could make. Above comment further reduced by 95%. I'm not a bot. Trump lied again.
Good human. Fuck 'em. I hate when humans automatically chime in on the comments, geez.
Hey, go easy there. A lot of my friends happen to be human, and some of them are okay every now and then, for short bursts.
Greater than for short bursts. Well, that is an efficient way to dispose of meatbags, but not the most fun.
Let's not forget that at the beginning of this, Jared Kushner, Trump's in-law and advisor, was telling him that concerns about the coronavirus and its impact on the United States were overblown. Kushner has never been right about anything. Save of course his equity in grift.
Wait, Kushner brought peace to the Middle East though with his genius deal of the century plan, didn't he?
Well, the major world powers have declared a global ceasefire during coronavirus, so mad lad, he's done it.
But I thought it was the China virus.
I ordered N95 masks on February 26. They were double the normal price, so I only ordered 10 masks. The next day the CDC director complained publicly of people buying up all the masks, so clearly I was a late adopter. I'm just a single working mom in the burbs. How the fuck am I more informed and prepared than the GDUS government?
Masks were sold out and hard to find in January.
Nice to see the mainstream start pushing this. Finally. Sorry Donnie. There's no lying your way out of this one. Nice job on destroying America.
He's lied about pretty much everything, and so far it's worked for him. I still wouldn't bet against his re-election.
I'm not betting against it. I'm voting against it.
You're voting against it as long as you're not voting third. I don't like Biden, but I really don't like Trump. But if I was voting for a third party, I might as well vote for Trump. Third won't win, but that was one less vote for Biden, meaning Trump has a better chance. It's unfortunate.
This is probably the single most broken thing about our country. If we switched from first past the post to something like ranked choice, we could actually meaningfully vote for who we want instead of being forced to choose between a giant douche and a turd sandwich.
We have the same system in Britain and it's one of the worst things. But getting rid of first past the post would take power from the ones in power, so it's incredibly unlikely it will go anytime soon for either of our nations.
In Canada we even voted federally for a party that promised it would be the last FPTP election if they won. Then they backed out, threw up their hands and went, I guess FPTP is the only option, darn. There's still a better choice, but fuck me it stings. Of course the parties who have the power to change it don't want to, because the whole reason they get elected is because of FPTP. It's very difficult as a voter.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.